Washed up actor Scott Baio claims to be against socialism, but can't stop himself from getting publicly owned. On Monday, the far right actor, whom I haven't seen anything for, 20, 30 years, went after Costco for keeping its mask mandate in stores temporarily. That mandate, of course, has since been removed. Nonetheless, this really does illustrate how the right has no idea what they're talking about. So now the CDC had released a statement last week where it said it was lifting the mask mandate for those who had been vaccinated. So now I was originally pretty excited about that. But then once that wore off, it makes you think like, wait, how would you ever know if the person who isn't wearing a mask is actually vaccinated or not? Having America, who did pretty bad during the pandemic, switch over to an honor system is a recipe for a disaster. Okay? How could anybody know the person next to you is vaccinated? What are you going to ask for their vaccination card? You know, there are people that are selling fake ones out there. And then there are some that have oh no, I've been vaccinated by the Lord, Jesus' blood. And of course, they can also just lie. Now, who would lie about that? Being vaccinated? Conservatives. Of course they'd lie. 41% of conservatives refuse to get vaccinated. You know who would be the most willing to lie about it? Conservatives. That's what they do. Why? Because they want to own the libs. Ridiculous. So now, of course, all of this also stems from Ricky Schrader. I don't know who that is. Another child actor, whatever, trying to get into Costco without a mask. So now, as a result of these, considerations, Costco, for the moment, had decided to keep their mask mandate, which got Scott Baio, sent him into a rage. In fact, here's what Scott Baio said. Quote, "The Costco manager employee said it's a law to wear a mask. It is not a law. It is a mandate from the dictators." A mandate from the dictators. Wow. Actually, you know what? You might actually be kind of right about this. Ironically. All workplaces, save for worker cooperatives, are by definition undemocratic. So I guess you could call the CEO a dictator. It's a dictatorship in the workplace. You got the CEO, you get the shareholders, you get sometimes a board of directors, which are handbooked by the shareholders or investors. The workers have actually no say in company decisions. That's why, again, it never really makes any sense to go and harass the person that's, the greeter at the door or your cashier, as if they make the rules. They don't. And by the way, they don't get paid enough to deal with your shit. So what are you doing? Now, Scott Baio, ironically, is Scott Baio advocating for a democratic workplace? Perhaps a socialist workplace? Where the majority will make the decision and not the dictators at the top, since you say you don't like dictators. Well, then why would you support a dictatorship in the workplace? Huh? Did he accidentally go left wing? If he did, you'd love to see it. So now, comedian Christopher Titus replied to him and basically, said, hey, it's a private corporation, guys. They set their own rules. In fact, here's a quote. "It's a private business, Chachi. No shirt, no shoes, no mask, no service. Why such a snowflake? You cons really believe in rights. So long as you can do whatever the fuck you want. Society has rules. Follow them or fuck off." Baio responded by saying, "Hey, dumbbell, it's a private company. Or, I'm sorry, it's a public company." So now that's funny, because does he think that public companies are actually public, as in owned by the public, owned by the government, or by the workers? that we're doing a socialism now? It'd be great. I wish. It'd be wonderful. But no, all public companies mean is that they're publicly traded in the stock market. That's it. So honestly, he has no idea what he's talking about. None. They really understand that when I call conservatives dumb, this is what I mean. They really are that stupid. This is low IQ, smooth brain, complete ignorance. And what's funny is that the same people are used to say, "Oh, we're behind the companies that don't want to bake gay cakes for wedding," and they would cheer at that, like, "Yeah, freedom. Companies can make whatever rules they want. Yeah, corporations. Yeah, they're better. They're people, my friend. They're better than people. You should do whatever they say." But now when they're like, "Oh, you should probably wear a mask in our store because, you know, I want to make sure that my customers, and mainly my customers, are protected, or mainly that I don't get fined by the state, because the state generally, has mask mandates and things like that. So we got to follow the rules or else we're going to get a fine." Well, when that happens, people like Chachi blow up. They explode. Total lunacy. Total lunacy. So I love some of these responses to this, by the way. Why are they not dictators when they require you to wear a shirt and shoes? Please explain. Why are they not dictators when they require you to wash your hands before serving food at restaurants or stop at red lights? Are those the requirements of a dictatorship too? Please explain, Chachi. Let's be honest. Conservatives would also be against those two things too. Conservatives are against wearing seatbelts. I know. I've talked to them before about that. You should be able to. You should be allowed to not wear a seatbelt. It's my God-given right to smash through my windshield at 50 miles an hour. God damn it! But America! I thought this was America, folks. How's it America when I can't smash through my goddamn windshield at 60 miles an hour? Or that I can't spread a communicable disease to other people in the store while I'm looking for tomatoes. Whew. It's ridiculous. My God. And also, by the way, they would be against people washing their hands. Honor system. Well, we believe you. No. Something free market, something America, socialism. It's communism making people wash their hands. Ridiculous. I wonder, since all these are opening up, by the way, earlier today, Costco dropped a mask requirement. Walmart, Trader Joe's, Meijer, a lot of these companies have lifted their mask requirements. Now, of course, in states that still have mask requirements, obviously, you still have to wear your mask in the store. But I'm wondering in the places where they don't have the state requirements, and now the stores have lifted their own requirements, if we're not going to see outbreaks in the stores. I would be shocked if that didn't happen, because we are still in the pandemic. Yes, more and more people are getting vaccinated. That's fantastic. But you still have a lot of people, mainly conservatives, who have not gotten their vaccine. And you've got dangerous anti-vax conspiracies. Again, 41% of Republicans say, "No, I'm not going to get a vaccine." No, not at all. Now, is that enough? I mean, do we still have enough people who are going to get vaccinated or have gotten vaccinated to hit at least 70%, which by some is considered to be herd immunity? Although, obviously, the more people you have vaccinated, the better, and the safer it is. I don't know. And that's a scary thing. So, for a lot of us, even if it's not a requirement, you still might not want to ditch the mask yet. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and share with your friends. You can subscribe and help out the channel by becoming a patron. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf, or you can become a channel member as well by hitting the join button below.